video is brought to you by Letsynthesize Academy, the #1 place for practice-oriented courses for serious music producers.
Hey, there, Larson here. Welcome to the newest Synthesize Sunday episode. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to step forward your operator game through this little thing I made. Like always, you can download this whole project from my Patreon below, and if you want to dig deeper into production, check my academy for awesome noise style courses, tier out dubstep course, masterclasses, stuff like that. But right now, let's jump into it. Okay, so let me break down the tracks, the stems for you, so you get an idea what is happening in the background. So I have two sets of drums because I experienced with the dubstep style drums and the house style of drums, so I combined the two, and this is how the dubstep one sounds. I'm loving the percussion and the house drums. So it's very simple without the kick altogether. Alright, so I have the basic ones that I'm going to talk about today. I have an FM whatever thing. A little pad coming from operator, and this short pad is one of my favorite. It's so cool. Again from operator. I have this loop that I wanted to search for the source. I just didn't find it. I made this like several years ago, and unfortunately I haven't found the source of that. But anyway, this is the loop. And it plays so well together with the basic ones. And the vocals, of course.
The day I die, I'm coming for you.
So I'm loving what they do together. Very dark and techno-ish and whatever. I love this kind of typical kind of sound. Anyway, so let's jump into the basic ones. And before I start analyzing the operator preset, let me deactivate all the effects here. These are not too much, but they definitely give tons of process to the sound, because without the rack, I mean, let's synthesize fat rack, the EQ8 and the spectral resonator, they sound like this. I mean, the operator sounds like this. As you can hear, it's very dull, very weak. It's not very powerful. But when I add the Letsynthesize fat track, even if you found the OTT compressing too much, just pull it back, it will still be very fat. If you want to download this fat track, click here where I describe this rack. Then I added an EQ8 to focus more on the mid frequencies, as you can see at around 800 Hz. Then I added a spectral resonator to add width to the sound and some interesting layer, I would say. So this is a sound that I added to the pure sound. Okay, so have you ever checked this loop function here? I set it to beat, and what it does is basically just repeats the sound, re-triggers the envelope basically, based on the time signature that you just set here. So it is on 1/16. So if I start playing that, you can hear it sounds like an arpeggiator. And if I increase the sustain, you won't hear the effect basically, because okay, you still hear, let's go down. Oh wow, what a cool neuro bass. So you don't really hear the effect. What you hear is basically this thing here because operator C is set to loop, but on 1/2 time signatures. So again, if I increase it, you only hear the LFO. So this is the pure sound, but let me redo it. So let's say you have a plug, and if you set it to loop on beat, it will start looping this one operator based on the BPM of your project, and of course with the time signature just you set here at the repeat slot. It is set to a weird waveform. And the cool thing comes when you FM modulate it, but the FM modulator, in this case operators B, are playing on a different rhythm or a different groove. So it is set to none, but operator C is the one that I set up here. Now because the filter is closed, you don't really hear the effect. The LFO moves volume B, so let me deactivate that. Is basically this. So on every second beat, it adds this envelope to the sound. So if I disable it, it does it only once. It's so cool. So loop, so repeat mode, and let me make it faster. But I like it on 1/2. So this is so cool because you can create almost like an arpeggiated sound, but you can go really crazy with the modulations. The possibilities are endless here. This is why I really love operator, because it has some, you know, these very smart, very clever kind of little things, and also with the FM capabilities, you can do whatever you want basically. And you can still step this sound forward by, you know, doing the same thing with operator D, like let's set it to beat. It's so cool, like some sort of sweepy sound. As you can hear, it disappeared because I haven't set the loop. And of course, if you just want to go free, set it to loop and set the time. Let's go really long, like 2 seconds. So it's so cool. I love this one. Anyway, I don't need this time. So let's set it to none. And to add even more modulation, I wanted to play with the LFO. And as you can see here in the envelope, I play with the low pass cutoff, you know, to make the sound even more interesting, and playing really well with this little loop here. So basically what I did is I opened up the cutoff right before this section, where in the loop there is an interesting hit comes. So right before that, I wanted to blend together. So if I don't do that, like did its automation and pull it back, just won't happen. So it's such a cool thing, and as you can see, operator is a lot more than you would think. I told you didn't know about these little techniques in operator, so right now let's go to your DAW and go some awesome music. Don't forget to show me in the descriptions. I was Larson, see you guys next time. Peace.